Like a wallet chain for your brain, this is the Normal Isn't Necessary podcast, brought to you in part by the Gumball Head Sobriety Society.
Well, let's see how well this works out with the microphone and the intro and the drive and the car and the road and the everything going on. Hey guys, it's Gumball Head. So it's been a minute since we podcasted and broadcasted. Why? Well, my Rode Rant microphone has taken a tumble for the worst and is no longer available. But hey, it's all right. We're back. We got the DJI mic happening. The only thing I don't like about this DJI mic is when I do the intro with the mic plugged in, it sounds weird. It sounds funky. But I just tested it out, spent like 10 minutes trying to figure everything out. I think we're in good shape now. So welcome back, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. I am. I'm doing great. Doing fantastic. Another beautiful day here in Ohio. 51 degrees this afternoon. Weather's turning, getting closer to motorcycle weather. Actually, today, this is the bottom end of the Couth scale. I would ride at 50 degrees. Lots of things happening these days. 20 days until the baby gets here. 20 days. So today, we're running a poll. You guys can email us your suggestion, or you guys can even send us a message on Facebook. Normal Isn't Necessary Podcast at gmail.com, or send us a message on the Gumball Head official Facebook page. All you got to do is look up Gumball Head official, and you'll be able to find it. And I encourage you guys to interact with us, because there are things that are happening this year that are not normal things. We got a lot of stuff happening, a lot of things coming down the pipe, if you will, that we're excited about doing, some interactivity that we got going on, and some big plans this year that we fell short of on our expectations last year. Now, mind you, last year we had some hiccups in our lives. We had some job issues, and I was working a ton. I didn't want to, but I had to. And over the course of that year, where we had to take our lumps and kind of get the shit kicked out of us, we kind of found a stasis. And towards the end of the year, found a job that's more accommodating to my day-to-day life and does not hinder me as much as my previous employer had. And it's not a bad thing. Mind you, my previous employer took care of me. They paid me for the time I was there. They took decent care of me, but they were not like a rock star employer. But I don't hate them. It's just, I'm much happier where I'm at now. They provided me with a job. They provided me with a paycheck. They provided me with benefits. And they did what they needed to do as an employer. In a company that size, it's very difficult to keep everybody happy, let alone a majority of the people happy. So I get it. I understand it. I respect it. I don't dwell on it. I don't bitch about the company very much. I never really have. There have been moments that I've complained about, but not the company as a whole, because I just don't think that my integrity allows for that. And that's one of those big things. Now, I do boast a little bit now on the podcast because I'm much happier. And you guys could probably tell it in my voice. And if you saw me on a day-to-day basis, you'd see that I am a lot more jovial than I used to be. Kind of get back to the old me. Pretty happy about it. Not mad. So, baby's due 20 days. 2 names that we've got it narrowed down to, Amelia and Aria. Amelia and Aria, the 2 names that I think we've got them pretty well broken down. So, those 2 names are what we're going to go with first name. I'm hoping I get to pull Elizabeth out as the middle name. I don't know for sure. Wife hasn't given me the green light, but usually, I get my way when it comes to naming the babies. And we all end up happy because all of our kids have really rad names, and not a single one of them has a name that does not fit their personality. And they're all unique children, and we love them. And you guys can love them too. Jump on our website, gumballhead.com. Take a look at the link tree. Jump on over to the hashtag Rennie Talk portion of the link tree and go check out some of the stuff that he's got going on. He's working on a website, a YouTube page, and a couple other things that he's got going on. You can buy his stickers direct from Sticker Mule, our non-partnership, and you can buy them direct from them. $10 a piece, and that includes shipping. That'll get it right to your door. Buy two; they're small. So, and then that'll give Rennie Talk something to tell his kids about. So, so to speak. 2026. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I do say it almost every single year. This is going to be my breakout year. This is going to be my breakout year. This is going to be my breakout year. And the ironic thing is every single year I have progress. Every single year I have successes in my life, in my day-to-day, and it's a beautiful thing. There's always something positive that happens, even when negative stuff shows its face. And I tend to celebrate the wins more than I loathe the losses. It's crazy how that works, but it's how it works. You know, just with me, when my parents died, we had a moment of grief for about a week, and then we were fine. And then the funeral came, and then another moment of grief for about a week, and then we were fine. Now, don't get me wrong, I miss my folks every single day. I miss talking to them, spending time with them, laughing on the phone, being annoyed by their nuisances and you know, their intervention in my day-to-day life. But I'm thankful because everything that I do, everything I know, everything that I love, everything I enjoy came as a result of moments that I had with my folks and with my children as well. You know, but my parents at a very young age, for me, allowed me to spread my wings and kind of do my own thing and figure out my life. But looking back, it's ironic because my parents lived to work. It seems like they loved working, but the reality of it is they didn't love it. They just wanted to. You know, if they weren't working, they were partying, and if they weren't partying, they were working. So it was work hard all day and party hard all night. And there's nothing wrong with that, if that's your thing, until eventually something becomes wrong with it. And that's not a good thing. Navigating traffic here, trying to figure things out. But things have changed a lot in my lifetime, especially over the last 10 years or so. Things that I used to do on a regular basis that are not so consistent now. I still wake up every morning, still get dressed and go to work. I do not miss the second shift. I do not miss the third shift. I'm enjoying first shift. I love the fact that I'm out of work. It's 5 o'clock, and my phone may ring, my emails may go off, but there's no expectation of me responding to any of that stuff at this time of day. And it feels really good. It feels really good to know that my boundaries that I don't even have to set are set. I do respond every once in a while to my emails at night, but I don't have to. You know, how often do we as human beings focus on that technology? Now, you guys know that I'm always trying to talk about things that are angled or led towards teaching or educating or informing. And technology being one of those that is a necessity, but it's almost criminal necessity. If you sit back and look at how many things out there now, I mean, look at how much AI has intervened in our lives. And the problem is there's nothing we can do to stop it. Like, AI is there. It exists. It's in everything that we do. And it just seems to get more and more powerful and more realistic. And the craziest thing about it is they don't have to do anything to adjust it. All they have to do is give it ideas. And it grabs ideas off the internet and figures things out. And then it morphs it into something different. were watching something in bed last night, my wife and I, and she said, is that AI? I said, well, I don't know. It might be. Whatever it is, it's weird. You know? And they've been doing AI for many, many years. I mean, think about it. Cartoons, essentially an initial form of artificial, intelligence. But they didn't interact. They were just there. Cartoons. And it's wild because, like, cartoons didn't really interact until they came to life with Disney. Okay? Now they interact. But now you go to Disney and you've got Optimus Prime, and you've got Bumblebee, and you've got all of the Decepticons that walk around, and they interact with parkgoers. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Tigger, Winnie the Pooh, all those. They interact because they're in costumes, but they're not real. They're not real, but there's real people inside. I made a mention today to one of my coworkers that I'm compassionate and empathetic to every work order that comes across my desk. Those of you who know me know what I do for a living, and I work with the people that have had a recent change of status in their lives, such as, if they have a loss, my job is to help them remedy that loss. The scary thing about it is that I know how long it takes to remedy a loss. If you crash your car, I know how long it's going to take from the time you make that phone call to the time you get your full replacement of your vehicle. And it may or may not be what you initially had in the first place. It all depends on your insurance coverage. It depends on the kind of car you had. Depends on how much money you owed on the car. Depends on a lot of things. But the gist of it is, it all boils down to, that patience aspect. Everything takes time. And it sucks because humans are the ones that create that difficulty with that time. And the problems with the things that are happening in this world are created by human beings. And look at how many cops there are out there. Look at how many ICE agents have been interacting in neighborhoods around America. But, it's weird. Just like they say, I've never seen McDonald's produce massive, cow factories to keep up with the production of their hamburgers. Well, neither have I, but I've never gone looking for them either. And it doesn't mean that they don't buy mass-produced beef from a specific company or multiple companies like they do their potatoes. I know they buy their potatoes from a select few, specific potato growers. They probably do the same thing with their beef. I don't know. But it's consistent every single time. Is that a scientific thing? Well, not any more scientific than growing a potato is. Science has evolved and given us... I'm yawning a lot today, a lot of hills. Science has evolved and given us a lot of opportunity for change and many opportunities to learn and curate our own thought processes. And now we have computers doing the same thing for us. GLP-1 medications are reprogramming our brains and reprogramming our bodies to tell us, hey, you're not hungry, and in essence, we're starving ourselves as a result. Or we're cutting out all the garbage that we were eating as a result of, our brains being rewired. I don't think everybody realizes what's going on in this world right now. This isn't some conspiracy theory. This is reality. When we take medication, it rewires our brains. When we do meditation, it rewires our brains. When we do prayer, it rewires our brains. When we read and we learn more information, it rewires our brains. When we see something that we don't approve of, it rewires our brains. Everything that we do rewires our brains. But we all take that for granted too. We don't put into specific tasks the fact that we really are happy about the way things are happening, or that we really have this desired outcome. They've said for many, 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 many years, if you manifest it, it'll happen. If you pray about it hard enough, it'll come to fruition. And I believe that. I fully believe that. I fully believe that our podcast will take off one day, And someone will just be like, hey, you know what? This guy is so casual about the topics, but he's knowledgeable at the same time. You know, if you know anybody that's in the business, throw me their way. Say, hey, this guy might be worth a listen to. He's a good time. Or, if you think our podcasts suck, let us know. Guys, you can put comments in the Podbean down below. You can do it on YouTube. You can do it on iTunes. You can do it on Audible. You can do it on all the platforms that we produce this podcast on. Podchaser. We're on Deezer, SoundCloud. If you can't hear us on your favorite app, let us know. And guys, all we're trying to do is share information. All we're trying to do is make people a little bit more wise with the opportunity of it being a little bit more humorous than reading it in a book or watching it on TV. Yes, podcasts are long, drawn out, consistent, boring things. But we try to bring the livelihood. Speaking of livelihood, 16 minutes in, a little goofiness, a little reality. Looking forward to getting back into the swing of things here. February is just about over. We took the month off because we were hitting it so hard. Stay tuned Monday for Jimmy Reinhardt's music to drop. Following Monday, we will have Alexandra dropping, and then the week after that, we'll have the TikTok band Hunted Out, who is another emo punk band out of California. Still looking for guests. Reach out to us. normalisn'tnecessarypodcast@gmail.com. It doesn't matter what your specialty is. We just want to talk. We just want to have people on our show and interact with them. See what their outlook is on life and see what their thought processes are when it comes to weird nuances of things that are happening, whether it be current events or their business or their band or, you know, their new content creation or whatever it is. Are you in a relationship, a polyamorous relationship? Let's talk. Do you sell sexual implementation to wooden-legged monikers? Cool. Let us know. We want to talk. We want your story. We want to hear about things from you. We want to know about how adversity has affected your life and how you've overcome that adversity. Most of all, we just want to get to know our people. Until our paths cross, stay strong, stay focused, stay sober. Much love. We'll see you guys soon.